Hi everybody, it's Diane here, opening the glue for a glue book session. So we have one pumpkin. Let's see if she can find that page. There it is. And the last time I did that with that book, I clocked the camera. How about that? Is that acceptable to everybody? Diane, you're actually wearing a sweatshirt? Yeah, it's that cold. Although in 3 days it's supposed to be about 30 degrees warmer for one day and then go back to cold. Which I guess I'll take it. If that's all you have is one day, I'll take it. Okay, come here. Okay, we have the word west, and I'm way down on the counter. Sorry about that. I also have a dog that I don't think will fit on here. No. I didn't think I'd use in the altered book, so I do have another page that has west on it too, but how about right in there? Can you see? And I'll fill up that space, and the color is nice with that. And then after this, I think I'm starting my annual, I don't know what to do routine. It's the end of the year. I finished a couple books I was working in. I'm going to try not to make any journal blank books for a while. I don't know. Oh great, we get to listen to that. Yeah, you do. Okay, we have some sweet words because I received, I think it was Vermont Country Store catalog, and this time of year it was full of bad for you candy and stuff like that. The dog won't fit there. Would it fit on the miscellaneous? You could do that in your book. I don't want to cut off that much of that poster. How about that? Leaves a weird space. Remind me someday to put something over that. Right, Diane? You turned that dog over so fast. What was it? Just a minute. Just a minute. Hold your horses. I believe it's a German Shorthair Pointer. It was just, I think it was an ad for the bed, actually. Not the dog. So they didn't say what it was, so that's my guess of what it is. I have a couple Snoopy things. I haven't had that for a while. It's a watch. I mean, you know, a picture of a watch. A little tight. What about that? Okay. I have a Snoopy watch, but he's not on his doghouse. You know, in this day and age, I never wear a watch anymore. But I kept them. Okay, we have Snoopy leading Woodstocks. I think it was a doormat. Okay, sorry, I had to cough. What can I say? She is human. Alright, not here. And that's alright. I don't think I really like the white on the brown there. Then we also have a lot of sweet things. I think it's all from that same catalog. chocolate covered cherry. I'm moving around here. Nope. Pick it up, Diane. It's so cold I can't tell what I'm doing with my fingers. I'm kidding, it's not that cold in my house. That's okay. But I will say this area I work in, I think must have like zero insulation. Okay. I don't know what that was. Some kind of chocolate that's not going to fit here. Not going to fit. Cream drops. Nope. Nope, nope, and nope. Okay. One thing. How exciting. I have an umbrella. I haven't had that for a while. It's an old sticker I found on the back of an old envelope. Pretty lively for something old. No, I don't think that. I could live with that. I don't love it. No. Probably no. Well. Oh, okay. Can you see that? Yeah, I think so. It's kind of cute. I think it's perfect right there. Okay. La 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 la, come on. I have so many finished pages in this now. Okay, Autumn Splendor. Have any idea where I would have found this phrase? It's not something you would probably think of. Well, then how do you expect us to guess it? It was scrapbook paper. That was like either the name of the collection, which I kind of thinking, or the paper itself. They name all that stuff. And I just happened to see that on a border I cut off. So, okay, right there. What else would I put right there? Come on, straighten up. Okay. And then a couple leaves that were, I think a girl. No, this was a magazine. That was a magazine. This was a grocery store ad. Or catalog, I think. Like, it really matters. No, it does. Okay, that fits there. All right, this one is a little bigger. Getting kind of full, yeah, I know. Well, it would cram in there. I don't like it. What about that? Okay. But it sure doesn't take long to get gluey fingers, does it? And this one, yeah, I was going to toss. I was using it to wipe off marker residue on a ruler, and I forgot. Alright, this looks like this is not going to fit. Well, that's so nice. Well, would it go on here? Well, I'm sure it would. Would it look okay on here? This is more like gourds, not really strictly pumpkins. I don't know, Diane. The pumpkin police might come knocking on your door. Well, that's really hemming in, but let's do that. And if any 20-year-old ever watched one of my videos, which there's no threat of that, but they probably wouldn't know what on earth I'm talking about. Hemming in? What the heck is that, huh? All the old expressions this lady uses. How old is this woman? Don't ask. She's old enough to, she doesn't have to answer that question. Okay. Were those sticky? I don't think so. Yeah, what am I ever going to do with this? Put a bowl on here that won't fit in the... And that's not dumb, is it? Let's see if it'll fit back here. Those pottery pages are finished, but these are not. That fits fine. It looks a little floating, a little dumb. So does that. Well, I have this too that, yeah, that's not gonna fit. But wouldn't that look good in some capacity? That's not gonna fit. Alright. Alright, let's put it back here. This pink matches Bugs' ears really well. What more could you ask for? I'm looking for a pink, like Bugs Bunny's ears. And I know I'm talking to nobody that has seen this, but there's a Honeymooners, one of the Lost episodes, where Ed gives Ralph this big description of paint colors he wants, and it's just so ridiculous like that. Like the way mustard looks on a Coney Island hot dog at sunset, that kind of yellow. And of course Ralph's really thrilled by all these descriptive narratives. If you're really interested, those Lost episodes, as of this filming, are on Tubi. That's where I've seen them. Alright, good. And what do you mean Lost anyway? It's the Honeymooners sketches that were on the Jackie Gleason show that weren't part of the 39 series of the Honeymooners. Now we really don't know what she's talking about. And they weren't aired for a long time. That's why they're called Lost. Okay. New book. It'd be nice if it would open. Okay, thank you. This isn't gonna fit. Okay, all you clever people that are watching this right now, stuff like this, you know, this. I don't have a composition book going. I do have the junk book, although that's too good for junk. That's probably too good for junk. What should I do with this stuff? Be polite. You know, start new pages, start a new book, save it for maybe iCads. That crossed my mind. That's not a terrible idea. That was about the only good idea I had. Okay, let's do that. Isn't it funny how things work out? I mean, I never started to collect star cookies or decorations, and here I am looking for them now. Although, this is about full, isn't it? I have a couple star cookie cutters. Actually, one is really nice if you really care. It has a very small scalloped edge to it. It's kind of cute. And it cuts well. Yeah, I don't care how cute your cutter is. If it doesn't cut well or it's got really narrow stuff on it, that's a pain. Does anybody have a cutter? I have one that's just, it's supposed to be, an ugly sweater, but it's a sweater. And I have mentioned this before, but it's, like the body of the sweater and then two sleeves. Well, the sleeves are kind of narrow, so by the time you cut it and transfer it to your cookie sheet, they're like all stretched out. Somebody borrowed your sweater and stretched it all out. Okay, that's not bad. No. No. Get over there. No. What was this? Oh yeah. A Yule log, or what do you call that? Cake roll? Jelly roll. I never tried that, believe it or not. In all my baking adventures, I never tried a jelly roll. Is that smart of me? I've seen people do it on YouTube here. It doesn't look too hard. If you get your cake the right density, that it's not going to crack on you. What's she talking about now? Jelly roll cake. Whoever heard of that? Okay. Reminds me of ice cream cake. Those I've had. Just store-bought. Okay. I don't know what this was, by the way. It might have been like a Reese's. I was going to do that and I stopped myself. Do you appreciate that? Oh, speaking of sweaters. See, mine, it goes up a lot higher into the armpits. Not a great design. That's sticky it all. Done and done and nothing and nothing. Oh, I have an owl. I haven't had that for a while. This was an ornament in a catalog. I don't have it, do I? No. And I left the bottom part because this leaf is kind of like over and it's not going to fit. Hey, I saw a bald eagle today in the wild flying by my street. I've never seen that in my life. I've heard they're around. We have a nature area, I don't know, 2-3 miles by me, and supposedly they're over there. I've never seen them. I've been over there. But I know that's what it was today. That was so cool. This is a sticker. It's fairly sticky, but it's old. I don't entirely trust that. Well, I think I should have allowed more room for swans. Well, how about that? There's nothing there we have to have. This is old ATC I made. I made it so I can cover it. If someone else made it, I probably wouldn't do that. Okay. Well, this one, I don't even remember now what this was. I have no idea. I mean, this is a magazine. I don't know what it was. that's okay, except that, this is on board. I should cut around it. All right. Is that going to be good? Let's see. It's fine. Okay. Wow. I'm surprised. Often when I do that, it's off a little bit. And you can only cut it so many times before you ruin it, right? Speaking from experience, yes. Is it getting a little late? Kinda. I didn't know I had this much stuff. Well, actually, I forgot about all that chocolate stuff when I pulled this envelope out. Oh, yeah. Because really, I felt like I hadn't found anything for quite a while. Which I guess I haven't. That's why I forgot, right? It's been a while. Well, I'm busy with Christmas and stuff. And what can I say? Okay. That's actually not too shabby, is it? That's kind of nice. Oh, well, no. Okay. And don't worry, there's plenty of other bad-for-you pages. I have a shell. Actually, a couple, except one I think is gone missing. Oh, here. Is that it? No. Well, this is a shell wreath. Kind of cute. Alright, that's fine. I had a little gold shell that was a pendant, I think. And it's here somewhere, but when I was kind of sorting these out, I didn't see it. So we'll see if it crops up or not. You know how things like to travel back here. And just for any newbies, all these little wispy sticks, for lack of a better word, if you really want to get in there and cut near every little thing, go ahead. If you want to just sort of cut around it, go ahead. I sort of fudge in between that and just sort of, and on white, that looks pretty good. If it was on a color, it might not look so great. But there. We have some donuts. It was an ad. I think that's actually Krispy Kreme, which I don't like. I'm not a yeast donut fan. I mean, if someone served one to me, I'd eat it to be polite, but I don't really like them. Which I didn't know that's what those were. When that was like, kind of came in, it was a big deal there years ago. I finally got one. I'm like, wow, Krispy Kreme. I don't like them. I waited all this time to find out they're yeast donuts. I don't like that. Boy, life. Okay, this one. And they look really good, don't they? Everyone else is saying, Diane, everybody likes those. What's the matter with you? Technically, this is a cut top here. I could make it shorter and fit up there. I could put it on the side, which is, I don't like doing that. So you could tell it's not going in the right direction. I could just sort of do that and put something over it eventually. Oh, such as this. Guess what this was, or is. Oh, well, there's a clue. It's always. These are dog toys. Then we have the word donut. The old-fashioned spelling. Yeah, well, what else would a lady your age have? Okay. Although, if I'm writing it, I don't spell it like that. Sure, Diane. Yeah. No, I don't. And how often do I write the word donut? In case you're waiting for me to answer that, hardly ever. Yeah, it's all over my Christmas list. Oh, see? It's Krispy Kreme. She's right. She's not fibbing. Would I lie to anybody about a donut? And I do have a bad habit of saying donuts, like N-I-T. Is that a Chicago thing? I think it's a Chicago thing. I also say peanuts. And I try to watch myself because I know that's not right, but... Okay. Donuts. What about the word? Do we want it? And you see it spelled out like that. It does look kind of funny, doesn't it? Well, what about that? Because I don't like this cut here. I don't know if I did it wrong or this had weird sprinkle things on it. It's a weird sprinkle thing, but I don't like it. I think it's a weird sprinkle thing. I couldn't possibly have cut it wrong. All right. Okay. Well, I see some sweets on the right here. They're everywhere. That's not bad. It doesn't really stand out so much. That's not bad. That's okay too, although that's, leaving a questionable area. No, I don't like that. Those are too tall. All right, what would you do? That's not bad because of the direction of this. And it stands out better. Although that fills up the space a little better. Although that's cut. Dan, would you stop contradicting yourself and glue it down? Okay. Our cake roll thing. I will say I don't mind like the cream and like a Hostess cupcake. A little bit of it like that. I'm not a big whipped cream person. As a matter of fact, I don't like whipped cream at all. Diane, do we care? I don't know, I'm just making conversation. Okay, well, will these go anywhere? Well, that's interesting. That's not too terribly exciting. But we're back to leaving an awkward space. And you don't see it too much. Let's move on and see if we can find something better. Oh, I never trimmed that. Oh, I'll do that later. I gotta turn the whole book around. See, I told you not to fear. There's always more. I don't remember what those were either. Oh, were they rum balls? They might have been rum balls. I've never had that. I probably wouldn't like it. That's chocolate covered graham crackers, which I have in one of my old glue books. I don't even know if it's the same picture. And at that time I said, I haven't had those in a long time. I still haven't had them. All right, let's do that. Oh, this looks like it's crooked. Is it crooked? A little bit. And we still have a lot of stuff, don't we? How long have I been doing this? 20 something minutes. Well, should we do a part 1 and 2? Because I have to go off and make dinner anyway. Why don't we do that? I'm actually a little short of videos because of the holiday and I don't know what to do type scenarios. Let's get this in. And maybe these cream drops, and then we'll do a part 2. And nobody can watch that. Every time I've done a few of those, part 1 and 2, it seems like you get, you know, just say 100 views on the first one. And then the second one I get like 52. Nobody wants to see how this turned out? How can that be? Oh, let's do that. Oh, that looks good too with that. Okay. Okay. We'll do a 2-part. I'll have to come back tomorrow. See you then. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.